What is up, FIFA faithful? Bearhamms here with the 15th episode of my Minnesota United career mode. And as always, before we get into the thick of things, let's talk about the last game against LA Galaxy. Bit of a bummer after this loss. It's not every day the son of a world-class player puts on a world-class performance, as Jonathan Klinsmann played like Manuel Neuer, saving 7 shots, as the Loons did lose to the LA Galaxy by a score of 1-0. I honestly don't have much to say other than that the Loons really did pepper LA with some decent shots, but at the end of the day, Jurgen's son saved every single one of them. During this time, I would like to meditate about recent injuries and how unfortunate this busy schedule could put a dent in their playoff chances. I know they are 5th at the moment, but with a quick turnaround and a battered offensive front, it's up to the defense to churn out some clean sheets. Kallman has been stellar as of late, Boxall has returned from injury, so his playing time might dwindle. I also think we'll be seeing Dotson on the left wing more, but I hope Adrien can start giving McMaster a chance after his energy spurned on more chances. As I've said in previous episodes, this team is never going to be at full strength, and it's up to the bench more than ever to keep this team treading to the playoffs. For today's episode, we start the month of July with a home match against Vancouver Whitecaps. Then we'll finish it off with a game away at Lumen Field against Seattle Sounders. And we also have one bit of news, some good news, by the way, is that we finally got Franco Fragapane on the team, as you might have saw him in the lineup as I was talking about the last game against LA Galaxy. I know I should have had him in the lineup sooner, but it's just how things work with the MLS. I was already through the series, and I just couldn't sign him during March and April. So we did get him eventually in July, so we will play him for at least a game. For the game against the Whitecaps, this is the dream formation. If everyone was healthy, this is how the team would look. It'd be Miller, Gasper, Dibasi, Boxall, Metnair, Trapp, Gregush, Fragapane. Finally on the team on the left wing with Reynoso and Lud. Then up top is Adrien, Hunou. Elaborating more on the lack of wingers and offensive depth, it sounds like they're trying to find themselves a free agent, but it's going to be a little difficult since every other league just started, and also this league is in full swing. Hasn't been any key releases or anything of that matter. And also, it doesn't really help that they got rid of Abila, though Abila didn't really want to be here in the first place. Another big topic on MNUFC Twitter has been the lack of production from Adrien Hunou. And again, I'm going to stress this. Give him time. He's still not in shape. It's that whole thing, the difference between the European schedule and the American schedule. The American schedule, as we saw with Robin Lod, it took him a while to get accustomed to. Adrien Hunou has a couple years on his contract. He is still 26 years old. There's still a lot of time for him. Don't worry about it. Just let things happen, as there's a chance for a far cross here. There is Lud, and there is the goal. Speaking of Robin Lod, who sadly is injured for 4 weeks, does get the goal straight away. Just like that, we are 1 up on Vancouver. Gasper trying to get on it, but good play. But there we go. Gasper's back on it. The former Maryland Terrapin is able to get it to Fragapane, who's using his speed. Shuffles that through to Hunou. Both of them had a good rapport, and they will continue that good rapport with that goal. Well set up. It all started with Chase Gasper getting the ball on that side, who finds Fragapane, who finds Hunou, and the Frenchman gets his 14th goal on the season. Tries to flip that through, but it will find Lud. Oh, what a goal. Way to turn on that one, Reynoso. It's 3-0 with still more than 5 minutes before halftime. Yeah, this team is too good. It's a possible chance for Vancouver here as Gasper once again trying to win the ball. Though, good header by Boxall. Good movement. Possible for a counter. Hunou has to hold it up. Flips that through. Lud finds Hunou. Hunou sees the run from Reynoso. Reynoso captures it, takes it, scores 4-0. Again, this is on Ultimate. Yeah, we're just killing them at the moment. And again, Vancouver's not the best team in the league. They are near the bottom. They have been doing a little better as of late, but still just balling against Gasper. So there's a shot, just hits one of his players. Once again, Caicedo tries to get there, but once again, Gasper just trying to play his heart out here. Chance for a shot, great save by Miller. Though the rebound's there and they're going to get it. I mean, I'm not too worried. Loons are still up by 3, but would have been nice to have the clean sheet. You know, I did think about doing a Vancouver save a while back just because they were the worst team. And it would be interesting since they do have themselves their own stadium. So that was almost another goal by Hunou. I think it would have been a fun one since also they are the 3rd Cascadian team. And you don't really remember that about them because they're not that good compared to Portland and Seattle. But it would be interesting just to add another team to the mix. Hunou. Try to do a move on the defender. His time is ticking away. Wow, what a way to keep it in. But it will fall back to the Loons. So now we are just into added time here. They're going to give us one last opportunity to maybe put 5 on the board as Fragapane tries his best to get into the zone. Not enough time, but doesn't matter. Loons win 4-1. A dominant first half. 2 goals by Reynoso, 1 by Hunou. Yes, perfect way to start the episode. Second and final game of today's episode. As you can see, the formation is a little different, and this is what I want to see heading into the game against San Jose, the 5-3-2. Because we are lacking wingers, we just eliminate them all together and have Gasper and Mettenaire run up and down. Then it's a lot more consolidated with the midfielders inside. And then with Agudelo and Hunou, I'll talk more about Agudelo later, but just this 5-3-2, a little more compact, and it gives some of our wingers, like Finlay, a rest. So here we are at Lumen Field. Last time the Loons were here, they did get trounced 3-0. Even worse before that, they lost their ticket to the MLS Cup, giving up 3 goals in the last 15 minutes. Still a sore spot, but we move on, as it looks like they're going to get another opportunity clear quickly. There's a shot by Ladero. Goodness gracious. The Uruguayan from outside the box puts it on his left peg and just curls that sweet thing into the top corner. Tyler Miller just tries his best, but that is not enough. As I alluded to earlier with Agudelo, he ain't it. He is just not it for this team. He has been just subpar all season long. I know people are like, well, he's a good super sub. He kind of stretches the field out, but kind of need our strikers to score goals. And some of the instances where he's had chances, he's completely fluffed it. I think one moment in particular that stands out was the LAFC game. He was right next to the goalie, and I wish I had video evidence for this. He was right next to the goalie, and off of his foot, it went backwards. He could have had the game-tying goal that later went to Hassani Dotson. But because of, I don't know, it's probably because he's not getting enough playing time. His style just doesn't fit with the club. There's another goal for Seattle. They're just ripping us in half. Just the first 15 minutes. It is Ladero once again putting his name on the score sheet. It's getting ugly. Now Box is just going to make a charge. Loses the ball, though, to Ladero, who's just been playing out of his mind so far. But that'll do it for the first half. Not the half we envisioned. Heading into Lumen Field, we give up 2 early goals to Ladero, and we're down by 2. Through ball here to Gasper. Gasper trudging along, looking for someone in the box. Does get a cross and looking for Hunou. Does get a foot to it. Maybe a chance for a rebound by Gregush. Not there. And a chance by Reynoso. Oh, Gregush for the chance of the acrobatics. Goes out for a corner. Just minding his own business. Possible another chance here for Seattle as Kalman gets beat. Oh, that's embarrassing. Right between the legs of Tyler Miller. I believe that is Nuhu. Just slides it in. Yeah, this is a game we are going to want to forget. And they're probably just going to kill time right now, as that will do it. Easily beaten by the Sounders. Adrien Heath shaking hands with Brian Schmetzer. With that loss, Seattle has a more dominant grasp of the top spot in the West. With 3 games in hand, they have a point ahead of us, so that lead could go even higher. So that will do it for the end of the episode. Before we go, we will talk about predictions as the Loons travel to San Jose to take on the Earthquakes. And I think after 90 minutes at PayPal Park, it's going to be 1-1. I think because of the lack of offensive presence from the Loons, they are going to struggle. But I think the defense will do their job and hold San Jose to just a goal, as the Loons will squeak out a goal some other way. I don't know, but if they can get a draw, it's going to be a bit of a relief, especially when they have games in hand on LAFC and others that are struggling to stay in the MLS playoff race. So yes, that will do it for the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as you're playing it. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. This has been Bearhamms, and as always, toodaloo.